I just want to start out by saying that racism is an evil spirit from the depths of hell, and it needs to be taken down. And, a lot of people think that something like that is almost impossible to take down. But, God is love, and nothing is impossible with love. And so I just want to share the fact that, you have a voice, you have a way to make a difference in people's minds and then their hearts. So if they have a change of mind, they can have a change of heart. And you are able to reach people even when you don't think you are. Scientifically proven that we have a sphere of influence around us that goes out 18 miles. So that's why meditation and prayer works so well, is because you have the ability to influence everything around you up to 18 miles. That is huge. People can feel your energy and spirit for that from that far away. And so that being said, I know it gets hard and you feel like you're not being heard, but you can't reach everybody. You might not be able to reach everybody, but everybody can reach somebody. And that's what it's all about, is to try to change the system, even if it's one person at a time, and just overcome evil with good and doing good and just taking down this evil spirit. I had to really ask God to help me with it, because I just was getting so angry in my heart and just hate racists, and been fighting it for my whole life with my family, and it just hurts and it makes you want to cry and just not stop crying. And I was like, God, you're really gonna have to help me with this. And I don't know how many of you know this, but when you ask God for something, he gives it to you because he's good and we're his children. And he showed me, and he said, not only am I gonna do that and help you with that, but I'm gonna help you to help others with it. And I was like, okay, what does that mean, And, because it all started when one day we were at Carlsbad State Beach, and we were just chilling, just existing. Taylor was just existing. He's half black, whatever, who cares? And this kid who's white and comes out of nowhere and just starts yelling at him like, Hell's Angels, San Diego, and starts pushing Taylor, and Taylor pushed him back and was like, I don't care, what are you talking about, And so he was just attacked for just being him. And, that's when our cries started to go out to God. We don't want to have to deal with this. He's just like, why are you in Carlsbad? Because Taylor has oocyte on his arm, and we're like, dude, we're just trying to go to the beach. Calm down, And just seeing the hate in that kid's eyes and the way that he just wanted to hurt my brother for just being who he is and the color of his skin, it just really, really, I couldn't take it. And so God had to show me that Satan is a murderer and a liar from the beginning, and God has plans for us and has a plan, and it's being revealed through revelations, and the devil and his angels have a opposite plan. And a lot of the cabal, and they have conspiracy theories, and I get it, and I've been there a million times with these conspiracy theories, but the fact is that, yeah, the cabal and the entities and the demons have a plan, but God has a bigger plan, and it will prevail, because we know that we win in the end, and we are confident in the victory of good over evil. And so what happened after that is, we were just kind of put down, because it's this evil spirit just wants to prey on your spirit and keep you down. And, so we were just we weren't thinking about it anymore, but we went to the beach the next day, and we went to the Oceanside beach with our friends, and we'd all been talking about God and our journeys and what's going on and stuff. And so we just were radiating this light of God that, we can't help but just love God so much and spread it around. And so there's the sphere of influence that was going out across the beach, and you could just feel it, And there was a guy next to us, and he was listening to music, he was jamming out, and he was sweating really bad. So we were looking at him, we're like, okay, it's this white guy or whatever. And then all of a sudden, we see him and he pukes. And I don't know if any of you have been to um, services or things that were they're kind of getting these spirits out of people. And I've seen it with my own eyes and heard demons talk, and I've seen demons inside of people, and it's real. And usually when a demon is coming out of somebody, they throw up and they're convulsing, and just then they're totally fine after that, and it's the demon left. And so he threw up, and then he slid in it and hit his head. And so we ran over and we're like, dude, are you okay, bro? You hit your head hard. And then he kind of looked at us and was like, oh no. And then he ran to the bathroom, and when he came back out, his shirt had throw up on it, so we helped him take his shirt off. We helped him get in the shower at the beach, and we were talking to him and stuff, and, Taylor was there. Taylor's half black, and, he's just like, oh my God, thank you guys for helping me. And he had his shirt off, so I see his tattoos, and he had, like, the angel and the devil tattoo, but above it, it said, am I evil? And I was like, okay, God, like, what's going on? Like, God was showing me, come on, like, this is the time. And then he had thank God on his back, and I was like, oh cool, thank God. And then I kept reading, and it said, thank God I'm white. And I'm like, oh, and I had said it out loud, so he kind of got all like low, like embarrassed, and he's like, oh man, I'm kind of embarrassed about that. And I'm like, hey, we all have a past, like you can overcome it. And like Taylor was talking to him, and he had met Taylor, and it just like blew him away that Taylor was being so nice to him, even though he had that tattooed on him. And we just told him, like, we walk with God. God is bigger than that. God is love. And he was, like, just stunned. He was like, oh, my God. It changed him. It totally changed him. And he just, like, wanted to know more. We got his number. He gave his life. And then he told us he went the next day and, like, meditated on top of a mountain and was just, like, super stoked about it. And so God was just like, see, I told you, like, I'm going to use you guys to help one person at a time, because it's a systematic generational curse that these people were raised in, and they think this way, but it's a curse that can be broken and a spirit that can be rebuked and taken down. And so, we were just so stoked about it. We're like, oh my God, like if we would have just been mean to him, been like, oh, you're a racist, like get away from us, like why'd we even help you, like you're not worth it, then this kid would have never changed. He would never change his mind and his heart and look at people different and be like a total different person, And it takes all of us to do that and to help change the system little by little. So now he's not going to teach his kids to hate like that, and he can have a story to tell his kids and be like, you know what, we're not going to be that way. And so it was pretty funny because that night Taylor had got asked to play in a worship group called Limitless Realms. And he's like, yeah, he's going to play the djembe and stuff. So we didn't even really talk to anybody. We didn't tell anyone anything. We were just, he got in there. They were playing music. It was really cool. It was all spirit-led, and they didn't even practice beforehand. It was awesome. And so this lady stands up in the middle of worship, and she was playing the flute. And she's like, I have a message from God. And we were all looking at her. And then she's like, the racist spirit has fallen in Oceanside. And we were like, oh my God, how would she know that? It happened at Oceanside Beach. Like, God showed us, God told us, God helped us. Like, we can break this. We can make a change, and we can overcome together. And, we live in a Babylon system. We're all enslaved to it, and it's falling right now. And the world has never been so united. And I'm just like so proud and happy to be part of this and part of the change that's happening to usher in the new earth. This earth is passing away, and it's done. We can't any longer live the way we are all living. I mean, there's too much hate, there's too much violence, it's too much. So God is ushering a new earth, and he's using us all. Every single one of you are beautifully and wonderfully made and have a purpose and have a reason for being here. And, people may elevate themselves above other people, but God does not. He sees everybody equally, and he plays no favorites. And, so just remember that and keep that in your heart as you're going along. And if anybody comes against you, just remember that you can help change their mind, which will ultimately change their heart, which will break the generational curse of people teaching their kids these awful, horrific things and wanting to just hurt other people. Because like I said, the devil has been a liar and a murderer from the beginning. And God is love and good, and he can only do one thing. Only one thing is impossible for God, and that is to lie. So I believe everything is that God has to say is true and works, and it's real. So just ask God to show you what's right and to change your mind and change your heart. Maybe you're listening to this and you felt those ways about certain people just because of who they are. So maybe now just take the time to ask God to show you the truth and to help change your mind so he can change your heart. All right, love all you guys. Peace and love. Keep fighting the good fight. We're confident in the victory of good over evil.